Hey everyone, this is part 8 of Barachi Assassin of Gozag. Got the actual class this time. We went from having no runes to having 2 runes in the last one. And now we've wandered into Elf and... oh no. This is not the start to Elf that you normally want to see. We got a bunch of dudes surrounding us, one of which is a Deep Elf Demonologist. And we only have 2 points of MR, so... it's a 14% chance to get banished. So what do we do? Okay. Well, we go up. But I'll tell you why. So our other option is we could wield our Dagger of Sork to get 2 points of MR, 2 additional points of MR, and then go up. It's a weird mechanic where going upstairs takes different amount of time depending on whether you've been on a floor or not. Yeah, that's really weird. It's not something that you would probably ever figure out on your own unless you either played enormous amounts of crawl or you're someone who loves going through the code. So the way that it works is if you've only just come to a floor, you can go upstairs in quicker than a turn. I think it's 2/3 of a turn or something like that. The idea behind it is that you're supposed to be effectively getting the first action on a floor. So say we came down here, or say it was D2, you came downstairs, you had a whole bunch of gnolls around, or you had Sigmund near the stair. You could go back up without just getting insta-confused and then dying. But after that, going upstairs takes longer than a turn. It takes 1.3 or 1.2 or something like that. So any additional times you're stair dancing, it's slower. So if we go up immediately, my understanding of how this works is that the Deep Elf Demonologist will not get a turn to even try to banish us. Right, so we're going to go up first. And then he moved to us, so maybe that's not true. Maybe there's some sort of chance as to whether they get to move or not. Certainly with fast monsters, they will get to move. So, I can't show it to you now, but there was a great ambush fort where Alcopop, who's a fellow Australian, has been in my tournament team, or we've been in the team together for the past few tournaments. He got an ambush fort going into Snake, and in just trying to go back up the stairs, he nearly died because a whole bunch of shock serpents just shot at him. Alright, so now we need to have the dagger on, and we're basically just going to try to get... oh man, this is actually terrifying, because it's a Rhyme Drake. Oh no, it's a Rhyme Drake. Okay, it's alright. I was thinking that was a Wind Drake. So Wind Drakes can blow you off stairs. In which case, then we'd be getting Demonologist. I keep doing this. I want to use the sword, not the blowgun. That one. He just keeps wandering away. I'm waiting a bit. I'm not slamming that fire button to wait for a long time because we only have 2 bread rations. So if I can, I'd rather not wait unnecessary amounts of time. Did not come. Good. And yeah. So something else that happened near the end of the last episode, we funded a jewelry shop. As always, I'm terrible at saving, so we blew a bunch of our gold buying some jewelry. You gotta have pretty things though. We got the Amulet of the Air, which we're not using just yet, because the plan is to train a little bit more throwing and long blades to help us with our accuracy. I mean, we could put it on now, it wouldn't be a big deal, but we'd also be losing 31 health to do that. Because at the moment we have Guardian Spirit and we're getting 31 magic. I feel like having high HP is really good in Elf. because it's a very spiky sort of place, particularly for the annihilators with their crystal spears and iron shots. They really hurt. So having good health is king, I guess. It's not king. I'd say MR is king. But the other thing we got is this ring here of R corrosion, RF, and MR. Speaking of which, we can drop this plain ring of resist corrosion now. And probably even this plain ring of protection from fire. Now we've got some extra spell slots. Hooray! For a little while, we don't have to worry about which is our 53rd least valuable item. Alright. So the other... Yeah, so that means normally we only have 1 point of MR, which... We have 2 points of MR, which isn't good enough to be an elf, but we can switch to this dagger. Having a little bit of MR though is still important, because we just killed the archer, but those guys can confuse you. I'm going to start fighting him here, just in case he summons a fiend or something, and then we go up. I think we go up now. No fiends. Good. This is okay. Having digging is also very good for elf, especially if you want to do it early. So we're doing our elf, well it's not that early I guess, but we're doing it before we've done any vaults, so it's a little bit early. The fact that you can dig kill holes, there's an invisible necromancer here, but being able to dig kill holes makes you much more survivable. I think we are slowly dying. Also, that really hurt. We just got agonied, which is effectively torment. Necromancer can do that. He's got a 18% chance to do it. On his own, that's okay. I maybe should have considered that and switched to the dagger. Anyway, we didn't. Our shields is at 15. Let's turn that off. And the plan is to train a bit more long blades and a bit more throwing. Oh right, of course, the zombie can never come up. My bad. We've got to be a bit wary of those guys too, because we don't have any RN. So their bots are draining really hurt. Necromancer again. Okay, it's a little undead themed vault just here near the entrance. Okay, I'm just gonna shut the door. That guy was the lightning bolt variety and he was double zapping us. Could have switched back to, well not back to, but we could have switched to the Amulet of Air, which is a fast action, but I figured he was nearly dead, so I'll just step off the wall and just finish him off. Down to 1 bread ration. Yaktor. Is he a shapeshifter? Ugh. Okay. We ended up with the Nekasek on top of us, which could have been mutated there. Was lucky though. Go away. We're slow. We don't have the ability to deal with you. They also repel missiles, so it's really not worth trying to hit him with the blowgun from range. Although I also don't want to dig a kill hole just for this one guy. We'll get him eventually. A ring of sea invis. Okay, that's good. We had no sea invis before then. We're going to go back to plus 9 HP from that ring of magical power. Okay. Ow. Good old agony. We don't need any of those books. Man, we immediately filled up our 2 slots. A glowing cloak. We have a +1 cloak. Time to test out what this is. Ah, brilliant. So that gives us 3 points of MR without having to worry about any of this dagger business. Let's drop the dagger. Let's enchant this cloak up, because I think we're going to be wearing it for the rest of the game. Excellent. So now we can actually do elf safely. Quote unquote safely. I'm going to yell. He didn't see us. I want him to be in this choke point so that he can't summon demons right on our heads. Or right on our head. This frog does not have multiple heads. That is so many guys. 6 deep elf. Man, that is mental. Alright, well, I feel like this warrants a kill hole. So we can sit here, and then only one at a time can see us. Let's fight them one at a time. I feel like I want to learn Song of Sling. Have we seen it? No. We probably could learn Song of Sling if we ever found it. It's only a level 2 spell. I mean, not that Song of Slaying is... I like it, it's a good spell. But it's just, I feel like it's very on theme with the whole singing sword thing that we've got going on. Do a bit of singing of our own. This guy, I wish we had reflection. That would make these guys a lot easier. Oh, that's a distortion battle axe. There's not really a lot we can do against that other than fight him. Our blowgun is not going to do anything because he's immune to magic. Is that true? Can Needles of Confusion confuse them? I don't know. Let's find out. But of course, we can't use Wands of Confusion. But maybe Needles do. I want to say they don't work, but I don't know. Mist. Unaffected. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't say he resisted, it actually said unaffected. So that doesn't work. I'm not surprised. It's not a lot we can do though, other than just fight him and hope we don't get banished. Let's agility, so at least it's less likely to hit us. And I guess let's roll well. Oh boy. Alright, we got there. They're really fast, so even just trying to sit back and throw javelins at him, he's going to be on top of us very quickly. Near starving. Is our last bread ration about to go? I think so. On to Elf 2. Alright. There's a bookshop. And we are starving. Alright, up we go. Goodbye, bread ration. We now have no food. I guess we should probably go buy some, right? I guess. I want to deal with this stuff first though. Not confusion. Poison. Hey, there's a meat ration. Never mind. We're saved. Got all the food we could ever want. Also, this guy's summoning like mad. We'll just go up and reset this. Can you guys just come down a bit? Thank you. It was a fake shop. Oh man. I remember a time when mimics used to kill you. Okay, we don't need the Great Sword of Flaming either. And enchant weapon scrolls now that we have a fully enchanted blowgun. We don't really need these, so I'm going to stop picking up enchant weapon. We can always run back around and pick them up if we really need to. Just a quick check for long blades. No, none that I'd want to use over the singing sword. And I go /- to see what scrolls we don't know. Could be acquirement or brand weapon. At this point we've done 15 shields, so even if we got a brand weapon on our triple sword and we got something really good, I wouldn't be willing to throw away this much experience. So I'm just going to read it. It's acquirement. What do we do? So we've got good jewelry now that we bought at jewelry shop. We got a pretty good weapon in the singing sword. Acquiring gold is always a very good option for Gozag, as is acquiring food actually, which might be the play here, as sad as that is. So yeah, I think I'd go, if food wasn't an issue, it'd be a toss up between armor and gold, and I feel like I'd probably pick gold because our armor's pretty good on the whole. But we're gonna go food, and we got 5 meat rations. Amazing. Good old acquiring food in 2017. Well, I guess that deals with our food issues for a while. There's Donald. He has a scimitar of holy wrath and a glowing shield. We might be about to get that reflection that we spoke about. Does not see invis, so you can always go invis and you will beat him. Also, we can acid him, which is always very effective on monsters that just rely on their melee attacks. He's hasted and mited but nearly dead. Cool, so glowing shield, let's check that out. +2 shield of reflection. Insta upgrade over just our +2 shield. So now we actually can just AFK and kill the annoying archers. Okay, I'm checking all these weapons, trying to make sure that they're not distortion. Although if they are, we learned that there's not a lot we can do about it. Oh well. Still nice to know, I guess. Alright, so I'm just gonna go AFK. Okay. I'm not reflecting any. He ran out of arrows, I think. Oh man, how annoying. He's out of arrows, so he can't shoot us, but he still wants to blink away from us. Great. Okay. Sorcerer, that's scary. We've got our 3 MR though, so that's okay. He's hasted though. Just fight him slowly. Good. Didn't hit us with any of his acid bolts. Alright, not gonna do the Hollow Blades. I mean, we could do it and try to get some other sort of double sword, or you never see demon blades, and a double sword is gonna be really rare, so I'm not gonna bother. Magic mapping, we've got 4. I do really like to have it on elf, just so it don't accidentally wander in. So we're going to X that out. You see here, it's a triple shot vault, which is amazing for us as a Gozag user. Not a Gozag user, a Gozag worshipper. We wouldn't just use Gozag. Is that distortion again? No, it's protection. We're just fighting the hell rats. Alright, well, speaking of food, let's eat one and then find a new one. Alright. As long as we're in the hallway here, this is fine. Our sword is singing. I still haven't quite figured this out. So let's see. I'm going to take this slowly. Well, apparently this isn't a high tension moment. But I see the sword singing all the time and making lots of noise, but mostly doesn't seem to hurt them. Even more food. Let's just free up these slots by nomming it now. Ooh, okay. Gotta get the sorcerer first. Anytime you see one of those guys, it's scary. And then if they haste, it's doubly scary. This guy's shooting electric bolts at us. Okay, I was sort of weighing up in my mind if I wanted to switch to the Amulet of Air to get our elect, but I didn't. Here we go. Box of Beasts is actually pretty good now that we've trained some evocations, but I think I'd rather keep our gold. I've marked it on his shopping list just in case. Alright, so what do we got here? A gourmand amulet. That's great when there are no corpses. So this is another MR ring that also gives RN. Oh wait, we don't need MR anymore. Never mind. A +3 slaying ring's pretty nice. I'm gonna mark that. I'm not sure that we want it, but it's good to know. And then this other stuff doesn't interest me that much. I'll mark this one. Having a point of RN and MR, as well as C and Viz plus a little Dex is pretty good. But what I suspect is going to happen is that we don't have any form of protection from cold, which we're going to need at least one of. So I feel like we're probably going to have our artifact MR ring on, this one, with RF, and then we're probably going to need to put on an RC ring. But we'll see. Who knows? Okay, all that stuff, not very exciting. Alright, so those shops were a bit of a disappointment, I guess. Can we even get RC? I don't know that we can. No. There's an Arbalest that we could buy. Or a +0 RC plate mail. That's actually kind of a big deal going into vaults. This has got to be brand weapon or torment. So I'm just not going to read it. We could identify it. It's torment. Okay. So the last scroll we find is going to be brand weapon. And we can just wait. Maybe we'll find a demon blade at some point. Maybe we'll find a double sword. I'm being lazy. I could put on the C Invis ring to fight those guys, but I don't feel very threatened. Alright, here we go. So how are we going to do this? Probably by digging. We could just charge in with the singing sword and hope that does stuff, but I don't know how wise that would be. The noise from the singing sword will also just attract lots of enemies. Alright, so I'm going to dig one that way, and then also one this way. It is smarter to use one like this, where you've actually got an escape from it, rather than the first one I dug. When you're in here, you're kind of trapped. Can't get out if it goes poorly. And we'll dig one on the other side. The Elementalist guys love blowing up kill holes, so we've got a few in store. How's our digging one? 3. We'll recharge that too. Alright, so we're just going to lure things out one at a time. Do a bit of yelling. We're hearing shouts. So they should be coming. It's immediately an Elementalist. It's immediately 2 of them. So we're just going to hop away. Get away from our kill holes before they all get exploded. We spent valuable time and digging one charges to do that. This is a lot of stuff and a demonologist. Let's use our Wand of Clouds to try to put everything in it. Okay, we got fire, that's good. Okay. No, we don't need to walk in. We can just throw some tomahawks. Sorcerer. Good. Long blades are 17. I'm not sure how long we trained the long blades. More scary dudes again. We're gonna go clouds. as long as the elementalist is around, you can't kill haul. So better to use the AoE. Good old tomahawks. Look at this throwing skill. Do not want to drop below 102 HP though. But factor in our MP, which is also HP. Max damage crystal spear from those guys is 102. I think that's true. I don't know. I've been saying it for so long that I've forgotten. Did I spell that right? Yep. 3D 34. Yep, that's 102. Alright, so back to our kill hauls. They didn't fully get blown up. Okay, Demonologist is the perfect one. Actually, they did kind of get blown up. He kind of ruined the kill hole there because multiple tiles can see in. Alright, this one's better then. So we probably want to use the bottom one, I suppose. When he blinks away, I'm just going to throw tomahawks. Ow, that lightning bolt hurt. Alright, he didn't go ham. He's kind of caught us in a bit of an awkward position, kind of in the open. But didn't summon fiends. Another dude. Gotta blink away. We can throw some tomahawks at this guy. Okay, good. Alright, I'm terrified of the Demonologist, but there's no point trying to avoid him until the Elementalist was dead. Good. I really like the tiles for artifact broadaxes. It's so cool. A lot of the artifact weapon tiles are really cool, actually. He had an artifact bow, I think. Oh, he had the storm bow. Oh, wow. Well, we have no bow training and we have 15 shields, so I'm not going to switch to the storm bow, but that's a really cool item. Shoots electric arrows and makes rain. We got a new ring. Oh, and an artifact ring. So we'll ID the artifact one. Ice int +2. I guess that's our only way of getting RC if we need it, so we can carry that around. And poison resistance. It's on our helmet. On we go. Back to the safety of our hole. Do frogs live in holes? I wouldn't be surprised if there are some varieties of frogs that do live in holes. Good old reflection. For science, I wonder what our chances of confusion needling these guys are. Apparently very good. Alright, so who needs kill holes? We do. It ran out pretty quickly. More reflection kills. Another ring. We can't carry it though. Oh right, because we picked up an artifact chainmail. It's only +1. Yeah. Ring of Wizardry, have no real use for. And I don't mind engaging this guy in a ranged battle. It's usually not very clever against Master Archers, but we're going to we're going to block and reflect a lot of his arrows back at him. So we're just going to poison him. Actually, never mind. I don't want to do this while the death dude's around. Yeah, this is such a bad fight. Okay, let's hop away. Both the Blade Master and the Master Archer can't see Invis, so that's a very effective way to cheese both of them. Let's put down our last Wand of Clouds. Okay, and that should take care of it. Just gonna throw some Tomahawks. Step around the corner so the Master Archer isn't getting us. And just taking this slowly. Yeah, okay, good. As long as we didn't take another full damage bolt of draining, we're probably going to be okay. I started off that fight just completely disrespecting the Master Archer. And then we ended up nearly dying to him. Alright. This is going kind of bad. First of all, I want to recharge my Wand of Clouds while I remember. Okay, it's got 4 charges, good. Okay, he's on top of us, we can just fight him. Good. Throwing to 12. Gonna yell him down. Did I make a throwing macro? I did. Sweet. I remember now. Yeah, we have a throwing macro. Great. That was a long time ago. What did we just pick up? Thorough Guide to Hermeneutics. Yeah, okay. I don't know what that word means. A bunch of things that we don't want. Look at all this gold though. And artifact gloves. I'm excited. Maybe that's going to be our very elusive RC. Okay. No distortion. I think we ran out of identify scrolls. So the only way we can find out about this one is putting it on. I'm gonna do it. -2 gloves, contamination, punished. Punished. We've got 2 potions of cancellation. Only 2 of mutation. Alright, well we need to first remove curse it, but this is why you're supposed to ID artifacts. Because this can happen. Could also have had drain on it, so we could have got double punished. As if our red drain wasn't bad enough. Alright, really take it off. Yup. So we're contaminated now. We're yellow contamination. It's probably going to give us bad mutations as it dissipates. Going to quaff a cancellation potion. So we feel magically purged, and it went to grey. So now we're not going to get mutated. But we've only got 1 cancellation left. Don't really care about staves. We've got, maybe it's, no. I was gonna say maybe it's a Staff of Cold, but really, we don't need a Staff of Cold. If we really need that, we can, resistance, do we not have any? That's Potion of R. I can't spell. Potion of R. Oh no, we just haven't found any. So no potions of resistance in our game. Maybe this is an RC ring. We've got 5 poison tomahawks, that's pretty good. Do we need all these random ones though? We've got 3 javelins. As good as javelins are, I'm just gonna ditch them. Hey, there's our protection from cold, sweet. Alright, so that takes care of that. Let's drop this ice ring. Alright, that's very useful going into vaults now actually. Book of the Sky. This is our Summon Lightning Spire book. But we're never going to be casting that in heavy armor. Manual staves we don't need. Embroidered hat. Singing sword belts out. Dying in battle is most honorable. I thought the hat was doing something funny. Yeah, no, our poisoned helmet's pretty good. Alright, so that's that. You can drop all these books. So what do we end up with? Shield of Reflection, I guess. The protection from cold's really good, and actually, I think we're gonna make that change. So we're heading into vaults now. We're gonna meet dangerous cold monsters like frost giants and what else are we gonna meet? Ice dragons. Could see other things. We could meet liches. Could meet Boris. So I think rather than get the extra 9 HP from this Ring of Magical Power, we're going to ditch that. We're going to walk around with Protection from Cold on, and we're going to switch to our Amulet of Air. I mean, is that correct? Having an extra 23 hit points is pretty good, but so is having Aralek, Evasion +5, and Repel Missiles. I don't know, I'm not sure. But this is what we're going to do. So let's grab the food on the way. We'll go grab the royal jellies and the meat rations in the shop. And we're kind of saving our gold now, I guess. What's on our shopping list? Bunch of sling rings. That is my stomach, by the way, if you can hear that. I think it's breakfast time. No, I think I'd rather save the gold rather than buy the sling rings. Alright, so into vaults. Hey, Needles of Confusion, sweet. And I don't think there's anything in particular that we need to know about vaults. We've got pretty good MR. We've got 3, so we're not immune from being marked, but we're going to avoid it most of the time. It's only a 10%, and we immediately get marked. Alright, that's really, really bad on Vaults 1, because we've only got this one stair out, and everything now knows where we are. So we're going to start walking. We're now slowed, and we're slow. Because I'd like to hop away, but we don't really have any vision of a good hop here. Maybe what we can do... Okay, there was someone behind us. We can step on that. This is a pretty good choke point here, because we can fight things one at a time as long as they don't come through that door. And then we can kind of hop back up if we need to run. Let's do a Wand of Clouds on top of all this stuff. Okay, and we'll just slowly fight this stuff like this. We are still slowed though, so it's a bit of a worry. There are orcs behind us. We're still slowed and we're still very drained. And there's St. Roka. Alright, we're hopping out of here. This is too much. Where can we see? There? There's still a lot of stuff around us. Could read a blinking scroll. We have 5 of those. I don't know if the situation's so bad that we need to do that. We only have a single fear scroll though, so I actually think I would rather use 1 of 5 blinking scrolls than fear. I'm more worried about St. Roka coming from the bottom. He's the scarier one. I mean, it might look like I'm fretting about these random orcs here, but it's more that as we fight these guys to try to fight our way through, St. Roka's going to come. Let's just blow a blinking scroll. YOLO. You only live once in a roguelike, so you got to be careful with your life. Alright, so that wasn't really the vault start we were after. right as I just said, we're probably not going to get marked too much. We immediately get marked. And yeah, Vaults 1 is a really, really dangerous time to get marked because particularly when you don't know much of the floor, because you've only got one way back up. So yeah. Alright, well, I think I need a break after that one. So we're going to call that one there. If you join me in the next one, we will have a second attempt at vaults, try to get down to vaults 4, and try to save up some gold. We finally got, for the first time in a while, we've actually got bribe branch money. So maybe we'll use that. We'll see. Bye.